when he found this out. The name comes from Douglas Adams' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Right.
There's a character in it called Marvin, the paranoid android.
Oh, I knew. I've heard Marvin, yeah. The thing with the big head?
I think so. I've never read that shit. I watched that.
I'm not into it. It's too nerdy for me.
Too British.
It's too
British.
It's too British, and it's too close to fucking Doctor Who for me.
Yeah, I can't do Doctor Who either. Too British.
No. Some things, you know what? Red Dwarf is the furthest I can go.
That's it. Shields up after that.
Once it becomes too British,
funny.
The music or the humour becomes too Britishy, and
I have a hard time with fucking the nights you say nah and all that shit as well. Like,
Monty Python.
yeah, I have a hard time with a lot.
I don't with that because it's surreal. Once it's surreal, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I do all day surreal.
Anyway,
but yeah.
This was the lead singer of OK Computer in 1997. The song is in 4 sections. The original version of the song was 14 minutes long, and they cut it down to like 6.5.
Yeah. You know what? It wouldn't have been amazing at that length.
I think on that the leak that they're now selling.
Yeah.
There is the big joint versions of it.
It's not just parts, or is it actually thrown together?
No, that's. I think there was like 60 or 70 mini discs recorded, and X amount of them got stolen and leaked. So we don't have the whole picture. But somewhere in those studio kind of live recordings, there is the framework for that 14-minute one doing the rounds. The album, including this single, was recorded in Jane Seymour's mansion in Somerset. Jane Seymour from Live and Let Die, East of Eden, so on and so forth. The actress. Yeah. They took her mansion. And
at gunpoint.
At fucking... I don't think the lads from Radiohead have guns. And anyway, Tom York's got Gamio. He won't be able to shoot straight anyway. The first version is 14 minutes long. It's been covered by System of a Down and Weezer in the past.
Hang on. System of a Down covered Paranoid Android.
Yep.
I have to find that.
Yep.
Weezer version can fuck off. They probably just tried to copy the exact thing.
Apparently, that's what I read online, that the Weezer version of it was not very well received because they just played it.
They're not a good covers band.
They're not a good band.
They're not a good band. Well, I don't like... I've said it before. Yeah. I don't like Weezer. It's fucking too nerdy and geeky for me. And I don't mind nerdy and geeky stuff if it has an edge to it.
College radio music.
All their covers are fucking just by numbers.
They just do it.
By numbers, just do it.
They never throw any kind of pizzazz into it.
Well, they can barely put their own stamp on their own songs nowadays, so...
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a big Weezer fan, but they definitely have a lot of songs that are fucking great and fun and whatever, but I wouldn't be... I'm not doing backflips on it.
There is 2 people I would never have thought covered this song.
System of a Down and Weezer, covered it. There's recordings of them doing the round somewhere as well. I don't think they're studio recordings. They could well be live ones. I'm not entirely sure.
La 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 la.
Yeah. Apparently, it took the band a year and a half to learn how to play that song live. A year and a half.
I can well imagine that.
Yeah. I've seen live footage. I love Radiohead.
Oh, yeah, I've seen some shocking versions of this live.
I'm going to tell you straight up now, I have never, nor will I ever go and see Radiohead live. I won't do it.
They played it really well in Dublin. They did.
I can't. I've watched too many live versions of it being an absolute abortion.
You know, maybe it's one of those things where you have to be there. You're talking about phones versions.
I've seen and heard desk recordings and like Glasgow fucking stage cams and drones and shit, all desk recordings, and it was still fucking garbage. And not just because of that song, but there's loads of stuff where his voice just shits the bed, or guitars are out of tune.
Or they try a few things that they shouldn't try.
Just play the fucking album.
I know,
You wrote the best album of all time. Stop adding a little whittle into it that you've been worrying about for 20 years. It throws
people off.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, I really want to do this in the studio, but fucking Greg wouldn't let me. You know what I mean?
Well, don't
do it then, you prick. Just play the song.
I have to say, Dublin, I thought they did a great job of it, but yeah.
Good.
I have also seen shocking versions of it.
Every version I've seen online has been an abortion, and it's put me off ever bothering my actual hole to go and see Radiohead live. Like, my favourite album of all time, and they will most certainly play a lot of songs from it, and I still won't go. But for me, Paranoid Android, it's just an emotional roller coaster of a song that changes directions. It changes directions in the way like Bad Brains changed directions, where like tempos would just on a dime spin, and there might not be any lead up to a whole kind of big changeover. But when the changeover happens, it's so natural and works so well that you're not put off, and you're like when you've listened to the song a million times, like we have, you still welcome those changes, and you can't wait for the next bit. Because everybody has their favourite bit. of Paranoid Android. You know, it's like a novel. Everybody has their favourite part.
Solos are incredible.
There's nothing bad for me. Like, I like the kind of query fucking, like that makes the hairs on the back of my dick stand straight up.
The rain down bit.
Yeah. It's just...
There's so much bitterness and spite in the song as well. He's real raspy and real fucked off.
And he said himself that lyrically it's really about nothing. It's garbage. People have taken it upon themselves to say it's like a kind of anti-establishment, political... The whole album...
A lot of their songs are social paranoia and anxiety.
Yeah, gammy eyes.
Yeah.
You know, little small, weird looking fella.
Having loads of money but really not what to do
Pretending you don't. You know, get buying them an pair of runners and just dragging them behind you for a week before.
I'll give it to the Radiohead though. They give it a lot of money to do a lot for charity.
Good.
So
that needs to happen more. I am registering myself as a charity very soon. Willing to take on some of those Radiohead dollars.
You should do a Patreon where you get your nips out.
It's being Altgar. I'm an Altgar.
Yeah.
Fuck, 15 quid a month, lads. I'll show you my nips. I'll show you everything for 15 quid a month. No worries.
Yeah, but you'll do it on day one and you'll never get...
I'll just blow my wad on day one.
Never get...
But I reckon you can schedule posts on Patreon. That'll do it. Once a month I can take new angled pictures of my horrible nipples. Anyway, that was Volume 1 of Best Songs Ever.
If you don't agree with it, that's cool. You could tell us if you wanted.
You should.
We'll try and deal with your nonsense in a kind of practical and nice way. Can't guarantee that.
People called our controversial likes playlist the worst playlist ever.
Well, that's what I said. To look at it, you would think it, but the idea of it is to listen to it.
Yeah.
Or at least listen to us.
Listen to the podcast.
Jesus,
and then listen to the playlist.
I hate saying this, but 90% of people just look at what the playlist and then comment.
That's all. I know that song. No, we're talking about weird shit about those songs.
Yeah.
You might paint a whole new picture.
Especially with that controversial likes one.
Absolutely.
It's us naked in front of the world going, listen, we're going to admit to liking this because, well, that and me and you don't really care when we get slagged because we're really good at it. And people are normally afraid to slag us because they know that when they give us a 1 out of 10, we give them a 10 or 11 out of 10 back and it's make them cry. And
Makes them cry. I'm sick of making people cry at this stage.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about taking a break. Anyway, that's this week's. We'll be back next week with some fresh, delicious choice cuts and lovely playlists.
Go on.
For you.